As you listen to what the president had to say last night, does this distinction between fighting terrorism, fighting the Taliban in Afghanistan on the one hand, and building a new nation of Afghanistan, does that distinction hold water?
The president had three bad options on the table, David. One was to completely withdraw, bad move. You'll end up with helicopters lifting off the embassy roofs. Number two was a surge where you really push 100,000 troops into Afghanistan. No one has the stomach for that. There's enormous Middle East fatigue. So you end up with this minimalist strategy. Is there nation building involved? Not much. There'll be a little bit of soft power attached to it, but we're going to increase the number of troops in order to bolster the Afghans, who are the ones doing the fighting at this point. Just to keep it in perspective, David, when I commanded that operation as the NATO Supreme Allied Commander, I had 150,000 troops. Collectively, we're down to about 8,000 and change in the country now. To add 4,000, not that big a leap. It's not a game changer, but it at least keeps us in the game.
So, Admiral, explain to our audience why exactly this is vital to our national interest, and perhaps more particularly for Bloomberg, how this affects business here, how it affects our financial markets, how it affects our economy.
I don't think this is going to have a big effect on financial markets. Again, this is a very small lift of troops, up to 14,000 troops, perhaps. When you look at the size of the U.S. Army, almost 1 million, we can maintain this forever if we need to. Not big impact. It's not trillions of dollars as we were spending some years ago. The key here is to get Pakistan to play more collegially in that border area. And the vital national interest is simply not allowing Afghanistan to fall again into an ungoverned space, particularly, David, as we see the rise of the Islamic State alongside the Taliban. That's a lethal mix with a relatively low-cost solution. I think we can keep a cap on that. I think it was a good speech, and it's a good foreign policy decision.